Hello, my name is Dennis Hura, and I am the product owner for Application Foundation in Decision Space Geosciences. Today, I'm going to present features added in DSG 10ep.5 series that enhance usability of DSG and make workflows smoother across the domains. I will be starting with a summary of the new features and usability improvements, and then go into a more detailed overview of each one of them. In terms of new features, one of our primary goals for this release was to improve user experience. In EP5 release, we implemented support for ultra-high definition resolution, improved look and feel of the interface to make DSG more visually appealing and accessible. Working and managing data in DSG is now easier thanks to folder functionality that was developed for the most popular data types. With EP5.2, it should now be straightforward to position data in real world with latitude and longitude coordinates displayed in Map Editor. We added color maps that better represent features of your data and work for users with vision impairment. RoxC Importer provides users with an option to work with real-time resistivity inversion data and interpret with it. In EP5.3 release, we continued to focus on enhancements related to non-functional requirements to improve quality and performance of the software. As for the user-facing functionalities, we added several utilities and customization options for print title block that allow users to adjust and share print templates for efficient reporting. EP5.4 brings an enhancement to iSet view that has been implemented to allow for additional filtering options. Besides, the stability and performance of the software remains on top of our priorities, and the EP5 series contains a lot of fixes and enhancements. We can now use DSG with ultra high definition monitors and get the software to scale accordingly while maintaining high picture quality. Users no longer need to worry about not being able to display and share views on large screens as the software adjusts to the selected resolution. Additionally, we have introduced several high quality icons that are also scalable and better reflect the functionality. Similar to your operating system, there is now a powerful tool available in DSG that helps to arrange data, inventory tree folders. Being able to organize data and apply different sorting filters to subsets makes it easier to work and access items. Users can check help for more details on supported data types, ways to create and manage folders, and other workflows related to them. It is now possible to use axis annotation and status bar to display latitude and longitude. Decimal and DMS units could be used to locate the data in real-world coordinates. The values are transformed from XY coordinates as they are coming from the database. It is recommended to be mindful of distortions that result from displaying the two-dimensional curved surface of a globe on a plane. More details on how the projection works in map views can be found in Help. Newly introduced color maps can help to better emphasize features of your data and make it universally readable. The other advantage is that the new color maps are reproducible and citable, which makes it easier to share results of your work. Scientific and especially CET color maps provide a good representation of the structure of the data that is achieved by ensuring that the perceptual contrast is close to uniform and that the colors in the map follow an intuitive perceptual ordering. In the example on this slide, you could see how false ridge structures are highlighted by the color map in the top screenshot. We see T color map applied on the right screenshot. Many of these are gone and we can see a more realistic magnitude of changes. Then, with the help of hill shading and increased Z factor, we could see real structures of the data. RoxC Importer is a new connector available to DSG users. The importer enables a completely new approach to DSG data display with real-time updates. It is also supplied with open API that can be reused for the other data types apart from the resistivity inversion data. Being able to dynamically adjust well plans during drilling process is the key value of this feature. More details on this and the new editor called Wellbore View can be found in the What's New video by Operations Geology. Several improvements have been added to the title block. It is now possible to customize the size of the table for the title block and reuse it with the templates. A set of new data properties is now available for the title block inputs as variables or text. On top of that, there is a filter that helps to quicker find necessary inputs about the data. Scale at set paper to well length dialog can now be set as low as 5, which allows for very detailed reports. With EP 5.4 release, an enhancement has been implemented for filters in iSet view. The new filters make it easier to manage and navigate iSets, and it is especially useful with a large number of iSets in a project. Specifically, a new column that displays the ID of a creator allows to quickly find iSets created by a user. In other cases, it might be enough to just filter by current interpreter, and there is now a checkbox that allows to do it with one click. Now, I will quickly slide through usability improvements and want to start with a word about our cloud transformation. We put a lot of development effort into making the Space Geosciences 10ep.5 series more cloud friendly and made enhancements that are focused on landmark cloud offering, iEnergy. Usage of Decision Space Geosciences in iEnergy brings several advantages that were not available in earlier on premises releases. It is cost effective as compared to on premises data center, accessible from anywhere in the world, and can scale accordingly to your needs for a given workflow. iEnergy lets you focus on asset decisions instead of worrying about the platform. Additionally, it provides more freedom to integration as we continue to adopt cloud services. As for the smaller quality of life improvements, there is now a tooltip displayed on top of Restore Last Session that lets you know the name and type of the last session. There is an example of a new progress bar on the right side of the slide. Some print views are heavy and might take some time to get generated. Now, users don't need to wonder if the software hangs or there is something going on in the background. The progress bar reflects the running process and makes it easier to understand. Many companies have standards for color maps and want them to be consistent for reporting means. We have implemented a new variable that allows the software to consume color maps from a location that might be accessed by multiple users. If color maps are not sufficient, there is a new implementation of cursor color that helps visually impaired users to better see the cursor and operate by adjusting the colors when overlapping seismic. The variables shown in the site must be set to enable these functionalities. Another option to improve overall performance of decision-based geosciences is to manually release garbage collector when software slowness is observed. Users can enable this option in Preferences dialog, and it will add a bar that shows how much memory might be released and a button to do it. It is important to keep in mind that this process happens automatically regardless of whether this option is enabled or not. The new bar would just make it possible to release the memory early. Like in print mode, but now in map editor, there is a north arrow symbol that shows the direction of north on the map, thereby showing how the map is oriented. Settings related to north arrow can be accessed via View Editor dialog. In case there is already a decision-based geosciences process running in a machine, and a user tries to start a new decision-based geosciences instance, a dialog will pop up suggesting various options on how to proceed. These options can help to deal with already running instances or just allow to start a new one, and warn the user about possible performance considerations. The variable must be set to true to enable this functionality. A user can also enable or disable this feature in preferences as well as use Do Not Show Again option. An enhancement implemented for Session Restore progress bar that enables the user to better understand the progress of session restore, especially for heavy sessions. This change was implemented together with several improvements to the performance of Session Restore, which should make it easier to continue working with the session. There are important changes introduced to memory management with EP 5.4 release. In order to accommodate for increasing sizes of datasets, the memory cap for decision space geosciences process has been increased from 64 to 128 gigabytes. The default and recommended value of memory allocation has not changed. It's 60% of total RAM available. This change is designed to allow for larger datasets to be used within decision space geosciences and improve performance for larger sessions. However, it is recommended to be mindful of reduced amount of memory available for other processes in larger machines. Please use Preferences dialog and other variables available in Help to customize your memory settings if necessary. For example, a machine with 164 gigabytes of memory would try to assign 60% of memory to decision space geosciences process. With the previous releases, the value would be capped at 64 gigabytes, while with EP 5.4, about 98 gigabytes would be assigned to the process. The remaining memory will still be available for shared memory and other applications. Additionally, multiple warning dialogues across the applications were updated to point to issues more specifically. Some configuration requirements listed in installer guide, such as swap space, will now be clearly reported to users if not set. Additionally, a new sorting option is now available in inventory. Framework surfaces can be sorted by stratigraphic order. Filter for invalid hybrid velocity models helps users to quickly sort out models that are corrupted. As shown in the screenshot, if enabled, this filter hides invalid models and shows the total number of available and correct models. Finally, EP5 series supports new operational systems and GPUs. This can be found in Diagnostic Assistant test results as well as in the installation guide. As we have seen throughout the presentation, Landmark remains dedicated to continuous improvements in accessibility. I hope that the new features will add value to your workflows and make them easier. It would be very much appreciated if you could share the feedback about the new and existing features with the help of local Landmark support, as it plays a major role in the way we develop solutions. See you soon!